Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As it is the case for us, when we gather, we come together. I'd like to greet all the believers with the greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of us. I'd like to welcome our esteemed guests, those who are guests, and the affiliates, the members of Halal WealthBuilders. It's great to see you all. I'm glad that everyone is here. And to begin, we say, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Amma ba'd. It says, all praises for Allah alone, and may peace and prayer be upon the finality of the messengers, Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May peace and blessings be upon him. I bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah alone, having no partners. I also bear witness that Muhammad is his slave and messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My beloved auntie, she picked something, so I wanted to read very briefly from this, and I won't keep you, inshallah, because we got business to take care of. But this is the first point of business.
That's right.
This is the acknowledgement of what we're here for, why we're here. We talk about individually, we talk about collectively. So it says, O believers, the hour has preludes and signs. Some of the signs are what the Messenger of Allah mentioned. It says, verily, it is from the signs of the hour that knowledge will be lifted. Ignorance will settle. Khamr, or intoxicants, will be drunk in zina, which is fornication. And that is to have relations outside of wedlock. That will spread. It says the aforementioned hadith states 4 signs of the hour, which are deemed as some of the hour's most important and apparent signs. These signs are the prelude to the ruin of the world, the end of this life, and the demise of all living things. The hour shall not emerge except after the earth is overwhelmed with evil and disbelief. There shall be no good left on it. Ignorance, misery, evil, and infidelity will again prevail. People will no longer believe in the message sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Glory be to him, how perfect only he is. These messages will be sent to them, but people will no longer believe. So complete aberration shall rule over this life. The Messenger of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, translated meaning, the hour will emerge while there is no one on earth saying Allah. Allah, al-illah, means the one and only true God, the only one worthy of being worshipped. So, I don't want to continue except for this one last paragraph because there's more. But I want to make sure that we get some benefit in that because we're coming together that we know. It says the hour has minor signs that have already appeared and other major signs that have yet to appear. These major signs will begin with the appearance of the Mahdi, who will fill the land with justice as it had been filled with injustice and oppression before. After that, the Ad-Dajjal, or the Antichrist, the false Messiah, will appear. Then follows the descent of Isa. That's Prophet Jesus, alayhi salatu wasalam, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. It says the emergence of Juj and Majuj, Gog and Magog, will come after the descent of Isa, Jesus, alayhi salatu wasalam, peace and blessings be upon him. And then the rest of the major signs shall follow. The minor signs that have already appeared are many. We're here together, Halal WealthBuilders, because we understand that there are some things that we need to do in order to build community. It starts with individual self, it starts with the groups, the communities. So our goal is to build, to establish, to build, to maintain, and to leave legacies.
That's right.
So I hope that, again, we come together and we are educated, we're enlightened, and this is empowerment for us to come together. And I'm gonna leave you with that. And what is the
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most gracious. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings, as we say. Welcome to the Halal Wealth Builders, Georgia's first economic empowerment tour. We are honored to have you and so happy to see you. I would like to clear one thing first. We are not affiliated with the Wealth Builders organization. We are the Halal Wealth Builders Dawah Network. Halal Wealth Builders Dawah Network was created in the year 2000. It was born from a few members from the Wealth Builders group due to practices that have nothing to do with our way of life. Our foundation is no riba, no interest, no usury, and we strive to follow principles over personalities. We, the Halal Wealth Builders, believe that our mission is bigger than money. The Halal Wealth Builders Dawah Network was created in order to build wealth within our communities. Building wealth creates opportunities for economic empowerment. It creates jobs and improves our standard of living. When we accumulate wealth, we can invest locally, support our families, local business, and local masjids. Additionally, building wealth can address systemic inequalities and promote greater economic stability for everyone. We are not only improving our own financial situations, but also impacting the lives of those around us. I was first introduced to Halal Wealth Builders by my husband. This is a story here. I was very skeptical because we've been married about 38 years and we have been on a venture. We have tried so many ventures trying to improve our financial situation and help others. He's from New York. One time we went to this thing where we were supposed to make money and we had to give $2,000 and we were supposed to make $24,000. I think from that we never saw a penny. Wow. We invested I've always wanted to learn how to trade, and I've always wanted to learn how to buy gold and silver. We invested $5,000 in this trading program that didn't make us a dime. Nothing went through with that. And it was an online program, and I was like, well, it's online. Maybe because it's online, it's just a little harder to teach yourself how to trade because it is a skill. So I found a brick and mortar building that could teach me how to trade. So I enrolled in this program and went to the orientation. And then when they started talking, I said, kept saying, how much is it? Well, how much? $8,000. They had it broken down. There's different areas of trading. You got binary trading, you got stocks, options, Forex. Each area was like $8,000 for only eight hours of learning. And I was like, oh no, this is crazy. And I'm still trying to figure it out while he was in the program with Brother Khalifa. So I'm like, I'm not getting into that. Why don't you just try it? You just need to try it. I'm learning, I'm making money, you need to try it. I'm like, I don't know about that. So while I'm in the kitchen cooking every evening, washing dishes, I'm listening to him making money. I'm like, ooh, okay, it may be good. Let me try it. So I said, can you call the brother? I'm ready to try it. So he called up Khalifa, put me on the phone, and once Khalifa started talking, I was like, forget this, no. And Khalifa was like, well, sister, If you don't think it's for you, that's no problem. That's fine. You can find something else. I said, okay, I sure will. I'm gonna keep looking. Forget that.
Go ahead.
Then my husband started making money. I'm like, wait a minute, I changed my mind. I want to join. And he was like, well, I said, can you call the brother? He was like, no, you call the brother. I'm through with you. I'm not calling the brother for you. You want to join, you call the brother. So I joined, and I'm happy I did. I'm so happy I did. We're learning how to trade. We're making money. This is the first venture that I have ever made money from, that my husband and I have invested in. And we're very excited about that. Okay? The Halal Wealth Builders were looking for people like me, and I was looking for them. My name is Layla Abdullah. I am a Halal Wealth Builder, and as we say, building wealth is bigger than money.
Everybody's here. It's hard to follow behind my wife. She's always doing me up like that. I don't know why people put her on after me, but alhamdulillah.
Next time.
Yeah. I appreciate all the kind words from Khalifa. He's real motivational. Brother gives a lot of motivation to us as a family to help Halal Wealth Builders. I will start my story. My story is really kind of simple. I'm not really a public speaker, and excuse me if my vernacular is not collegiate a lot of times. But I tell you, as Khalifa was saying, I was talking to our brother in Shira, and in Shira happened to be from the same town. We from Strong Island, Amityville, Long Island. Amityville. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, we were at our old school picnic. Old heads have a barbecue every year where we can get together, reminisce. So we were at the barbecue, we haven't seen people in 20, 30 years. We talking, everybody's laughing and joking, shooting the bobos. But y'all know the bobos.
We know what
We talking and rapping, having a good time, reminiscing about the old days, who did this, who did that. Then after a while, some hours go, things calm down a little bit. So, I was in the corner talking, about some serious matters, about making Hajj and Umrah, making our pilgrimage to Mecca, and what have you. And we started talking about the finances, I said, man, I've been, after I retired, I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do to create some residual income, to supplement, to allow me to do some traveling, make Umrah, Hajj, etc. And I said, I embarked on this trading course. I was watching this sister on YouTube and stuff. And she's African American sister, and she has a great following. And I said, man, I'm gonna get down with that. I said, if they can do it, I can do it. So by law's permission.
Right.
So I talked my wife into us taking some of our savings out, $5,000 for the course. So I dove all the way in. Usually I'm one of my New York habits, going all the way in.
Yes, sir.
And I see some lack, I'm going all the way in. I'm down. So I get down and stuff, and going through this course, and it's online. We have you classes and some videos, and I'm starting. I just got lost. I got lost, and I felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to. That intimately, pull my coat, make me feel comfortable, slow me down. And I just wondering why, Allah, so I'm not, why is it that I can't get this? I look at especially all of them had 1,000 ladies in the program. They was getting it, they were gone. And started trying to make it $1,000 a day kind of joint, and I'm just back like, man, I haven't been past the third video, what's going on with me? So I'm saying, Allah, show me, what's going on, making dua, making prayer, asking for guidance, and but going back to I'm telling the initial artist, that I gotta figure something out. He said, man, I know a brother, man, that's into that trading thing. I said, we make Umrah, after we finish our religious, obligations, he back at the hotel making money. I said, put me down with that. He said, yeah, he's from the on the island too. I said, from the island? We probably know each other. Let's get him out, man. Pull him up so we can. He said, when I get back to Florida, I'm gonna call you. We're gonna hook up that day. And sure enough, we get back and we hook up a phone call, all three of us on the line, talking a little Long Island stuff, back in the day stuff. And I keep putting me down with it. And so he and I are conversing, relating, through the telephone. And he told me what the program is all about. And I said, wow, here I am, man. His program is all about making money, creating wealth, generational wealth, but in a halal way. A way halal meaning, a way that's Allah made permissible for us to access and gain our income, right? So I say, man, maybe that's why the other thing program didn't work. Maybe what the protocol wasn't halal. Though making money is halal, it's permissible. Allah wants to make money because it's part of the advantage in our community.
That's right.
So maybe the procedure wasn't halal. So maybe that's why, because once Khalifa and his wife started giving me these classes and I'm protecting and making money with them, I said, man, that's what it had to be that. It was something about the other program that wasn't lacking to Allah Ta'ala that he made it hard for me to grasp that and made it easier to grasp this. And that's how I assess the situation at least. So, making money through trading was my genesis of, coming in contact with the Halal Wealth Builders Network, Dawah Network. Lo and behold, Khalifa, who he is, he has these years of, venturing into different ventures, I'll use that word again, to create wealth. And he said, I got another joint going on here too. Yes, we hooking up with this gold and silver company that's called at-cost metals. And the profound thing about this program, making it different, is that we were in another company doing the same thing, but the product that they were selling us was twice as much as what this company is going to sell us for, or make it available to us to get it for. And the precious metal that he gets, that he's going to make available to the people who have membership with the company, is going to be an at-cost level, meaning that whatever the owner bought the precious metal for, he was going to make that available at the same cost for his members. Right? So I said, man, it's got to be a win-win situation. And I said, and from talking to Khalifa for a little while, prior to this, him bringing that to my attention, I knew he was a go-getter. I knew he was a New York go-getter. He could talk, He made me believe it. I knew he making everybody else believe it. And I believe it now, and I'm so glad I believe it. So Allah knows it's the truth. And all of us as God-fearing people, we want to be involved with something that has integrity.
That's right.
We want to be with something that we feel safe, that when we bring other people to, they feel comfortable with it too. And they trust our integrity, our level of integrity. So it's very important, that when we align ourselves with different companies, different people, etc., that, we're protecting our asset. The biggest asset we have is being truthful and honest, and that people can trust us when we say something. So, when you get in something, usually the first person that we turn to is people in our family, the people that we're close with, people we grew up with, since we were in kindergarten, junior high school, etc. So, you go to those people, you don't want to be feeding them anything that's going to be corny, that's going to sooner or later, turn out to be a scam or something. That's the last thing you want to happen to you, So, when Inshara, who I grew up with in a small town called Amityville, introduced me to Khalifa, I said, I know he's going to be able to deal come up with. I know he's not going to turn me on to another person who, is corny or got some scheme of his hat, you know what I'm saying? So, everybody from New York, you talking about from New York, man, that's the first thing we think about. Yeah, okay, we're going to get that game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where this joint going right here, you know what I mean? I'm going to check on boy out, but I ain't in for no dope fiending and stuff, man. I got to, get this thing right. So alhamdulillah, man, could prove to be the real deal by the grace of Allah Ta'ala, Allah bring the hearts of the believers together.
That's right.
And we're here, making money, doing the trading. We start off with this venture with at-cost metals, who's practically in his full bloom of the company coming to the forefront. And we have probably over 300 people in our Halal Wealth Builders, section. We've grown, exponentially, as Khalifa said, and I'm sure by Allah's grace we're going to get even bigger, inshallah aziz. So, and not only that, Halal Wealth Builders Dawah Network is more than just the trading, which is what I came in for. It's more than just the at-cost metals. The The Halal WealthBuilders Dawah Network has started on this venture of, I think it's in the genesis stages of creating this program for brothers who are coming out of institutions, correctional institutions, and coming home, trying to provide a place and trying to reacclimate them to society, getting them to jobs, etc. So it's escaping right now. But I know Khalifa Gofan, I know he's gonna go the whole spiel, which he's gonna tell you what it's all about. But I'm telling you, this is a multifaceted group. And it's not only Muslims.
That's right.
We had Christians.
That's right.
Who that's our family. That's where we come from. We come from most of us come from Christianity. Or some of our family brothers might be even Jewish. So I mean, we got people of all walks of life involved in Halal WealthBuilders. Because they're God-fearing. They don't want to be involved in anything that's displeasing to their Lord either.
That's
They don't want to be around trustworthy people, and they want to present that information to other people who are trustworthy.
That's right.
So, by Allah's grace, I'm happy to be here. I'm hoping that y'all are excited about it too. And I know we're gonna bring all the people in. It's just a matter of time. But look, hey, one thing about it, if you don't want to trade, there's no problem. But I know you want to. I know you want to pay yourself with some gold and some silver or some other type of precious metal, because we know where the economic what the economic status of this country is right now in terms of the worth of the dollar bill.
That's right.
And what they're doing internationally.
That's
What they're changing this thing over, to gold and silver.
That's right.
It's backing everything. So we have an opportunity to get a jump start on this. We want to bring it to our families, our friends, and our community, so that we don't be last in line, which normally happens, to our community. So, inshallah, God wills, everybody, please, pay attention. We appreciate you being here. I know if you decide to embark on this journey with us, that you'll be successful, that we'll be successful together, and that we do great things with it, So thank you.
Allahu Akbar.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace and blessings to everyone. I'm sitting down because I fell in Walmart. There was someone in front of me that had a cart, and it was a 5-gallon container of cooking oil that was wasting down the aisle. And by the time I got to it, I'm dancing all over the place. I have a daughter that's in a wheelchair, my oldest daughter. I had her with me, and I'm not going anywhere anymore. I'm just dancing. And I'm holding on to the wheelchair, and I'm about to go back with her, and there was somebody in the front that saw what was happening, and they jerked her so that she wouldn't fall with me, and I let go, and I went up in the air, I came down, and I sat on this, and they called it a football injury. So, needless to say, I'm having a lot of problems with it now. I have a knee brace on, but I'm still having a lot of problems. So, standing up for certain periods of time, it gets sore, that kind of thing. So I'm sitting down, and I hope it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Alhamdulillah.
I'll make it as an expiation for you.
Mashallah.
Everywhere you go, it's chick.
Sisters, we did it again. Look at us. Look around the room. We in here, it's all about humanity, alhamdulillah, but I have an infinity for my sisters.
That's right.
That's who I am. People that get to know me, they know that I'm all about the sisterhood. We are the first of every human being.
That's right.
Every human being come through us
That's right.
and are nurtured from us.
That's right.
So we have a work to do, that is important in order to keep society going. Big responsibility. But the beautiful part about it is that it's been clocked into us that we enjoy what we do, if we are within the right environment. We love it. That's why we're so happy to have those to come amongst us that may have some issues with that. Because if they come around us long enough, they will see, what? This is what I'm supposed to be about. And it begins to feel real good. I've got my family here. that lives in Atlanta now. My nephews, they're here. I was waiting for my granddaughter. She was supposed to be coming too. Sister, if you hear my phone buzzing, if you don't mind answering it might be my granddaughter. I just put it on vibrate. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, this I'm gonna tell you now. I'm really full. I'm really emotional, and I don't know how much I can do, without becoming tearful, because this is so important to me. It really and truly is. And my husband says it all the time, and I understand it. What we're doing is bigger than money. It's so much bigger than money. And this is why you see people come and you see people go. Because people come for different reasons. But when you find those that are looking for that group of people that want to build a community with like minds and like spirits, they're gonna stay. Because they understand that it's bigger than money. Yes, we need money. But it's one thing about us, those of us, it doesn't matter what religion you are. But when you understand that there are certain monies that we're not supposed to be about, you don't want it no more. I don't want it.
That's right.
I don't want the money that is attached to interest, usury, riba. I don't want it. It's in Quran, it's in the Bible, it's in the Torah, it's there.
That's right.
It's a major sin.
That's right.
And in Islam, we understand that it's very, very serious. It is said something to the nearest meaning that the smallest amount of riba, usury, interest, is like one having incest with their mother, astaghfirullah. And the most serious, major amount is to be humiliated in this world and in the afterlife. We see it. We see these so-called leaders that are being humiliated all the time.
That's right.
But isn't it funny that they're still respected? All the humility, the humiliation that they go through, they're still respected, by society. To be a part of that. So let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I am a professional ×2 healthcare provider, educator, retired from both. When I retired, I have 2 children with special needs. I have 5 children, but my 2 oldest children have special needs. And when I retired, my oldest 2 children, we were together. And I saw what I was going to be getting for retirement. Not that I was living such a lavish lifestyle, because I wasn't. I said, how in the world am I going to live off this? What am I going to do? I am not going to go back out there to work. I'm just not going to do it. I'm out. I've retired. I'm not going back out there. I said, oh Allah, what am I going to do? It was a scary moment for me. It really and truly was a scary moment. I've done, a lot of things. I've been an entrepreneur for years, but I'm getting older. And the things that I did when I was younger, I didn't even have the mindset. I didn't have the energy to even think about doing those kind of things again. My sweet potato pie was in the Walgreens chains for 10 years. I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't have the energy for that. I had a home for the elderly for 10 years. I didn't have the energy for that anymore. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Well, lo and behold, I had an attorney friend that introduced me to acquiring gold. I said, okay, what do I do? You're telling me that I can make money doing this? And they said, yeah, you can do this, and you can work right from home. You got a computer, you can do this from home. One thing about me, my beloved brothers and sisters, just tell me what to do. I'll get out my own way. I promise you. Just tell me what to do. My husband can bear me witness on this. They told me what to do. I started to build. Things started to happen. I didn't even realize that they were happening at the magnitude that they were happening because I was just following the system. Next thing you know, I'm being announced on the broadcast that he's telling you about, about how we got together. Let's congratulate Abdul Kareem. She's a so and so this, and I'm like, really? When? And they're like, you didn't know? I'm like, no, I did not know. I just follow the system. That's all I do. I get out my own way. Same thing happened with this. This is a brand new company. We were in the soft launch. We were in the pre-launch. They opened up the soft launch. We're sitting at the table, opening up the computer. It says unrank. We're talking. I look up. It changed to silver. I said, I'm silver. He says, nah. I said, yeah. He said, let me see. He said, you're silver. And I'm not silver.
Go did it again.
I followed the system. Then it wasn't that much longer. He became gold. And I don't know, maybe a few days later, I said, I'm gold. I just follow the system. And I make every effort with whomever I'm helping to do just that. And you see them, such and such and such and such and such and such. Are you following the system? You gotta get out your own way. This is very important. It doesn't matter what it is that you are doing. If you have started a particular endeavor, how do you know more than the people that started this? Get out your own way. I tell everybody that. It's not going to happen overnight. I promise you. I've been doing this now for 7 years. It didn't just happen just like that. It doesn't happen just like that. Anybody tell you it's going to be overnight, you're going to make this, you're going to do this, they're lying to you. Because it's just like anything else. You have to put forth the work. And most of all, the creator of all the worlds, his word is true. He says, you fish, you're going to eat.
That's right. That's right. Alhamdulillah.
He didn't say how much. But you keep working and it builds. It's just like, building a foundation, a building. You brick at a time.
That's right.
But the beautiful part about this is that we're all working together. We're all helping one another. So nobody should feel like, well, I'm being left alone. Nobody's helping me, this and that and the other. My husband and I, in this particular endeavor at Cost Metals, we are gold, which means that we have the opportunity to cap $30,000 a week. $30,000 a week. Every week, we are making money with this particular endeavor, and it's still in what's called the soft launch. We have not booked one trip to the Caribbeans. We have not booked going out to some, elaborate restaurant. The majority of the money that we are making, we're putting it right back into Cost Metals, helping people. Think about it. If you open a brick and mortar business and you took this much money to start your business and you start making a profit, the smart thing is going to take that profit and put it into the business so you can grow a little bit more.
That's right.
And you continue to do this. It might take you X amount of time to do it. But the beautiful thing about in this day and time is that we have the blockchain. Now we have AI. And let me just tell you now, don't get spooky about AI now. Because if you're listening to the scholars, what they're telling us is you take the good and you leave the bad. Just like we did everything else in the centralized banking system, we took the good and we left the bad. We didn't want their savings account, we don't want their loans, but we had a checking account. You take the good and you leave the bad. Let's not get spooky. Because this is the world that the Creator gave us to live in. So we have to understand what it is that we need to do and what is the best way to do it by being amongst your own kind. Reminders to each other, sharing information. Everything right now should be about educational awareness because things are changing right up under our nose. You know, we should not even think about doing things the way that we used to do them. Once upon a time, there were camels that they rode. There were horses that they rode. Now we have Bentleys and all the other transportations. So we don't expect to be riding down the street in a camel. We have to step up to the plate and not be afraid to do so. You know, and when we're doing it together, then we are able to build the kind of communities that we're supposed to be building. Lord knows I do not want our children to go through what we have gone through. Not when we have the knowledge that we have right now, that we can be bringing everything together and build these self-sustaining communities that the Creator of all the worlds is pleased with. We have to use them. What would you rather dig a hole with, a spoon or a shovel? You need the right tools. So this is pretty much what I wanted to say. I feel real good about what is happening with us acquiring our precious metals. And I do want to say this, in addition to the land acquisition that we're doing, my husband will talk about, I'm sure, and the precious metals and the trading, we also are learning cryptocurrency. We are blessed with so many different people coming together with us to teach us and to teach us correctly so that we can do things the right way. If there's anything that I said that the Creator of all the worlds is not pleased with, may He forgive me. Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
21st century Harriet Tubman, y'all.